I can't confirm or deny that, though, because, like I said, I know basically nothing about this game. I know it is very stylish. I know it's got singing. I know it has gods. That's about it. That's all I know. And, oh, we just gotta connect this over here. Cool. So that's that. So now, they're all hot? Yeah, okay, there's also they're all hot. You're doing okay? Stream tomorrow for sure? I am happy to hear that, Doc. I don't know what waylaid you on Monday, but, I mean, if it's anything to do with the universe at large, I don't blame you. Oh yeah, Creative Ways. Round 1 of the interview went well. Waiting to schedule round 2. Hot damn. Did you dazzle them? Did you wow them? Did you wear the flannel? But yeah, I was just worried that like you were like Monday cometh and you're like, oh, I can't wild arms. Everyone was right. Okay. This is one of the few GOG games that I have installed. You BS'd your way through it? Yeah, I mean, it's a job interview. That do be how it do. Anyways, yeah, I don't know anything about Stray Gods other than... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read the description. This is best I got for you. Murder, gods, romance, band practice. Unravel the mystery of the last muse's death in an interactive role-playing musical where Greek gods live hidden among us. Use your newfound powers of musical persuasion to choose how this wry and moving saga will unfold. How will the curtain fall? You'll be managing two designers if I get it. Ooh. Anyways, that's now anyone who hasn't played this game knows as much as I do about it. So there we go. I'm gonna hit play. We're just gonna get into it. Very excited. I don't know what good screen positioning will be though, so we're gonna find out together as soon as the game captures. There we go. Man, game capture is hella slow. I regret not streaming, to be honest. I thought it was going to be the right decision, but alas, well, you know what? Much like I was saying with creative today, you know, you make the best decisions with the information you have on hand, right? You thought it was the right thing to do. It was the right decision at the time, you know? New slot, this one. From our team all across the world, enjoy the show. This game was made on stolen ground. We would like to acknowledge the... Oh boy, I'm going to fuck this up, and I mean it with all the most respect that I can. Wurundjeri and Boon Wurrung peoples. Again, I apologize for the mispronunciation. I've never seen those people's names before. Of the Kulin Nation and the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. Sovereignty was never ceded. This game is also built on Treaty 6 territory and a traditional meeting ground and home for many indigenous peoples, including the Cree, the Saltiu, and the Nisitapi. Oh, fuck, the Blackfoot, okay. The Metis and the Nakosiu. Okay. Oh, content warnings too. So, what do we got? People drink. Implied stabbing as well as blood. Character suffering from PTSD relates their story concerning being captive during World War II. A character dies at the beginning of the game and then another towards the end of the game. Spoilers! And themes of what could be considered suicide are present during the story and the middle of the game. Okay. What a weirdly specific thing to say. Okay, well, Act 1. I'm just excited that I don't have to narrate everyone.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up.
Hire that man.
Well, they showed up all right.
If you don't hire the sax guy, you did it wrong.
I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it
So
was
that's
when
Erica,
I was
right?
naked. I think this went better.
Hey, we should consider that. We could be the naked band, coming soon to a really private auditorium near you.
Is Erica in yellow?
Somehow I
Okay.
believe you'd actually do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hard no. Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What?
I'll probably know when. Okay.
2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Yeah, crashing on his couch.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Grace, you okay?
Exactly what it
I
sounded
know
like.
you've been kind of loose ends.
They were
since
roommates.
college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
I know you meant well. What's this? Hold on, what's the heart thing do? Oh, crap, is there relationships in this game too? Shit. What made me choose this game? I will show you, Doctor. I don't think I've ever called you Doctor before. I'll show you, Doc. So, this is the schedule. I'm going to click it. You know, we can go through this together. Hold on. Capture mode. Look, it's my browser. This is the schedule. If you were to observe it by zooming in, you can see the games either streamer chosen or suggested. Stray Gods was suggested by Max, Max Silver. I believe the game was actually given to me by Eno, if my memory serves, which is spotty at best. So the way it works is there are 2 redeems that you can put points on. One is to add a game to my schedule. The other is to vote on things in the schedule currently. The caveat with the adding a game to the schedule, it has to be a game I own. So if you were to go into that redeem and look at it, there's a link inside there. That brings you to another page. Hold on. Games. Library. Is it this one? Nope. Well, sort of. This is the GitHub post that's hosted on. Isn't this fun? Yeah, that's the upcoming. Scroll all the way down. Game library. There we go. So you have this page. These are all the games I own, basically. So anything that is in played or not played is up for grabs. So you can pick anything in there and you can add it to the schedule. That's it. Beyond that, you can vote said games up. So Stray Gods got added to my schedule actually fairly recently. Wow. It got added at the end of January, and then a bunch of people dumped a bunch of votes on it, and that made it move up. And then the schedule alternates back and forth between games I've added to the schedule and games that people have voted onto the schedule. So right now we're playing a community game. The next one is one that I have, quite frankly, put my finger on the scale for because someone gave me that game. Like a company gave me that game. Adapted Gaming. So, yeah, that is how it works. Why did I pick this game? I didn't. Other people did. So here I am.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy.
That was probably way more long-winded than it needed to be.
That's the deal, right? Best friends to the end.
Right.
She said that with no conviction.
Wish it wasn't always so one-sided.
Hey, hey, don't worry about that, really, Grace. You'll get through this.
Music is your life, Freddy. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and what was the journal entry? Journals. Oh. Freddie, I only call her Farishta when I'm visiting her house. Her mom always makes these deep-fried honey snacks I love. Has been my best friend since probably forever. We used to make up rhymes while we skipped rope. It's been that long. We've come a long way from those days. Edge of Elysium is her band, and inviting me in was her idea. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddie in so ugh. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddie much since I left school, but it's been kind of a rough go. I can sing, sure, and when we get a gig, it feels good being up on stage, but is it really my thing? I don't know.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
You need to replay this yourself to get more, more conquest partners.
Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels.
I'm so panicked that there's going to be a part where I have to add to this.
Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Oh,
You like the game subtitles right at the top? They don't collide. Oh, that is nice.
I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or?
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right, you sure?
You really want to join our band? You sure you got the right audition?
I'd give anything to join you, Grace.
Excuse me?
All right. Well,
The acting in this is very real.
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung.
I think more games need their subtitles at the top of the screen.
Steps I didn't take, and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through?
Oh god, is it going to be a back and forth? Oh shit, it is.
like a boat lost at sea
Though I'm about to
with no
end,
sails, not a
you
breeze.
still have your life ahead.
I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
All things that lose their way can find it again.
Ellie Abby's unexpected musical number from the next season of Last of Us. Oh jeez. Choose my trait. Okay. Somebody need to think, oh, we have a problem, right? The Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. Okay. This Grace is very punk rock, not afraid to get reckless and aggressive. Okay. And this Grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing, and everyone likes her more for it. I'm gonna go with charming.
trust they'll keep me safe from harm.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So,
Was that?
that was a long pause.
Song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn.
Wait, is this Erica?
That's
No.
why I had to come inside.
It's really hard to tell. There's so many women with like beautiful vocal fry voices.
Well, I know why I feel that way, but what's your story?
I'm reaping what I've sown, I think. This has been a very long time coming.
Ouch. Sounds harsh.
May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
The mature thing, the repressed thing, or me? That's Ashley Johnson. God, everyone sounds so good. Let's put a little bit of my own coping trauma into
You
it.
sound like my guidance counselor.
Then I should apologize.
No, it's fine. There's just only so many times someone can ask what's wrong with you before you start to think there's really something wrong with you. But what does she know? If only she could see me now, right?
I think she'd see what I see.
I really love this art style. For some reason, it's making my brain think of not Last of Us, The Wolf Among Us.
About the audition. I'm sure everyone will agree you're in, if you want to be, that is.
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
Yeah, real The Wolf Among Us vibes with this art direction. Only so many ways to ask if someone can ask what's wrong before they start thinking, yeah, huh? Mm-hmm. The Wolf Among Us? Wolf Among Us is great. It was one of the things I was really bummed about when Telltale, went under.
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
Oh, shit!
I didn't know or else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
I mean... I really want the answer to this.
Oh, God. You're hurt. I'll get help.
No. No, you have to wait. You can't go. I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey! Calliope! Please? Please, come on. What? What is that?
It's probably fine. Probably fine. Totally fine. It's like a Highlander thing? Oh, hello.
Oh, I can wait. Take your time.
Ah. Okay, there's Erica.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
Okay, hold on. Journal entry. Calliope. I know Calliope was one of the muses. Oh, okay, we're reading ahead. Is that the same as being a god? But that's really about it. I don't know where she lived, what she got up to, or who her enemies were. I have so many questions. For one, what was she doing when she found me at the gymnasium? Was she just passing by, or did she plan that? How did she know where I lived? I keep thinking about what Calliope said to me before she died. She seemed so sad. Did she know that this was going to happen? Most of all, why did she pick me? More Stray Gods. I'm here for the Australian-Canadian collaboration. Is that what this is? But yeah, we just got to the first plot beat, I guess. Sorry, who are you?
Hold on. Who are you?
Welcome, Immortals.
How did you get here?
Through the door? I mean, geez, how did you get here?
Oh, I love the little dirt details, like the little wings on the hat.
Really is dead, huh? Man. So, the course is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
The what now?
The chorus? You mean the authorities?
Yes, I did know. I did see the native lands thing. Sovereignty was never ceded. I saw that. I did know the
They're not
Australian
coming.
connection.
We have to go to them. Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
Mm.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far? Cool. Let's go.
The running shoes. Tripod and what? Montaigne wrote some of the songs. Didn't know that. That's awesome. I like how we get to play a game for once where I actually get to talk less and just enjoy it.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain.
They have her vibe.
Don't touch anything. Okay?
This is me talking less. Creatively, how dare you?
Come back!
Also, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
I mean, I don't have to narrate any of this. By virtue of that, I'm talking less. Also, give you one hot second. I gotta cover a vent before I wake all my children up. My fangirling. There we go. It's nice not having to carry the story. Okay, you keep telling your wife to play this. Her favorite part of Skyrim was everything with Laura Bailey. Well, man, we're being awfully patient. Oh no, they're hot. Who could have foreseen? Oh, she's sad.
Our beloved sister, the last of the muses, has passed on to you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Yes?
My, you have had quite the day, haven't you?
Yeah, what?
Someone died in my arms.
That's Felicia? Oh, man. I mean, Felicia's doing a good job. I'm icked the fuck out by Athena.
Who are you people?
Like, immediately.
So many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
I mean, it sounds like her, but she's putting on an affectation, like a drawl or whatever.
Well, that does require some explanation, I agree. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy. dressed for the occasion, as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love. And the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld.
Once queen, interesting.
Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
I like Felicia when she's not being Felicia, as it were. Yeah, I mean, I recognize what you're saying with that, Morts. I mean, I enjoy Felicia Day just as she is, but I also appreciate when she steps outside of her usual circle, I guess. She rarely plays someone with such in a place with such power. Aphrodite stole Nyx's wardrobe, and I'm not happy about it. You love the guild? The guild was great. The guild was groundbreaking in a lot of ways.
Right, and you live here, not in some city in Europe or a...
On top of a mountain? Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now, fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace.
Jesus.
We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television. I do what I must.
Oh boy. The guild reunion is theoretically coming. Is your favorite depiction of Apollo in any media? I mean, it's interesting. It's a different take than what I've seen for Apollo traditionally. It's nice. It's redundant to say that they're all hot, right? Like, I don't need to point that out.
But gods aren't
We're all on the
real.
same page here.
They can't be. They're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all powerful.
Wait till I get to know him. Oh no.
Hiding or...
Don't pay much
Am
attention.
I gonna
to
smash
old
Apollo?
Tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
So, I have a question. Because Calliope was a god. She had the little soul thingy in her. And then it transferred into us, turning us into a god or an idol. Whatever. Man, maybe the game's going to explain this. But if that's how that works, does that mean in the days of old, like, is this the original Athena? Or Apollo or whatever? Or are they some other person to whom the soul transferred to? I ask that because it would actually go a long way in explaining why different stories featuring different gods, like Apollo or Athena or whatever, Hades, etc., can have such wildly swingy personalities, right? Because, like, in some of them, like, some of the gods are halfway fucking reasonable, and in other ones, they're god-awful petulant children, right? So this would be a fun way of kind of explaining, like, oh yeah, that was like Athena 4. I'm Athena like 28 or something like that. In your first playthrough, I ended up with Persephone, not really intentionally, just straight up how I played with my Grace. You think it's the original? I think so because the new thing now is that they've lost their god. It's curious. I'm
You expect me to believe that
rhetorical
Sorry.
in this.
Idols have been living among us for what? Thousands of years? You're thousands of years old.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means. The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening.
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
Oh god, she's still got the blood on her
We call
hands.
it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now...
Oh, cool. We're a summon from Final Fantasy IX.
Wasting time.
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper, never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Oh, I'm gonna use my charming power.
You want me to die? But that isn't fair.
I know, but consider it from our point of view. A dear sister, someone who traveled with us through the ages, gone.
Athena absolutely got her killed. I don't know how, but Athena did it.
Goddess of wisdom, can't you see this isn't right?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
But it isn't.
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done, for Calliope's sake.
I also appreciate that these gods aren't omniscient
This
or
isn't justice.
omnipotent. Which one's which? Is omniscient the all-knowing?
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost,
Omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing. Okay, yeah. So these Greek gods, idols, aren't omniscient, which is true to how it was. Glad they stick to that.
you have usurped a muse. No recourse to be
Also, thank you, Morts.
changed.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that shield
You must know I didn't
us.
do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now
Oh, a little bit of fourth wall.
that the muse is gone, now that she's gone,
Cigarette earrings.
you'll have to see the chorus
Oh, like we're going low on the harmony.
in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
Oh, I love a low harmony.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her eidolon?
Then we need to find out. Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
I want a trial. I don't think that'd go well. You need to find the truth.
There has to be some way to find the truth. Aren't you gods? Couldn't a god, I don't know.
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Fine.
And there we have it.
All right, so how do I do that?
Wait, I'm gonna get some help with this, right? Some direction?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
Well, what the fuck?
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
Your desk is so close to the back of the room, like that window. Awful.
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know you were gonna say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules.
Is this where they tell me about the masquerade?
Our existence to the mortal world.
Yes,
This
okay.
includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer. If they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Kind of lost my appetite. Okay, journal. Oh my god. Alright, Hermes. She said eat a cookie. I mean, I do have to follow their commands, I guess. Hermes is the idol who came to collect me at my apartment when Calliope died. I didn't know their name at the time, of course. Athena only mentioned who they were afterwards. I guess they're the god of doorways, maybe? I wonder if they can go anywhere with that power. In a bank vault, on top of a mountain, across the world. Pretty wild to think about. Pomegranate cookies? Blah. Could Hermes have been involved in Calliope's death? He seemed surprised, if not really broken up about it. Not that Hermes strikes me as someone who does much deep thinking. He seemed more like a kid, although I guess looks can be deceiving. Why did they have to come when Calliope died? And they did it right away, too. Kinda sus, if you ask me. Okay, Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and I can believe it. She has that sparkle when you look at her, like she's one of those old-timey movie stars. All glamour and presence. I bet if she walked into a room, everyone stops what they're doing to stare at her. Why she's part of the chorus, I have no idea. She seemed kind of quiet and sad, like she's busy writing some teary ballad in her head, and not really listening to what's going on around her. If Aphrodite is behind Calliope's death, then she has it super well. Maybe you just naturally maybe you just naturally learn how to be a great actress after 1,000 years or so. Well, how would I know? Now, when you get fresh pomegranates from local market when they have them and try making cookies, I'd be worried about them exploding. I don't know much about this Apollo. He's the only guy on the chorus, but he didn't say much of anything until he kind of defended me, I guess. At least he disagreed with the "you need to die" verdict. I guess I owe him one. If I actually owed anyone for giving me an extra week before they kill me. Not so sure about that. Athena introduced Apollo as the god of prophecy, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. Don't prophets wear long robes and speak in big booming voices? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on a beach after a party and still hasn't found all his clothes. Could he have killed Calliope? I can't take anything for granted when it comes to these people. Athena. Athena is supposed to be the goddess of wisdom, but how does that work? Is it a power of hers? Does she just know things? She's supposed to be really powerful, but how exactly? Mostly, she just seemed like my mom, or anyone's mom. Maybe that's what she's the idols. The mom who looks after them and keeps them going. She was all smiles and was even super sweet when she told me I had to die, like it'd be no big deal. That makes her a scary mom, like the kind that demands to speak to the manager when things don't go her way, because things always go her way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's the cool mom. Maybe she'll keep smiling while she smothers me with a pillow because she's thousands of years old and I'm basically nothing in comparison. Maybe she killed Calliope, and that makes me an annoyance because that means her murder didn't quite take. But then, why give me the chance to prove myself? If she really wanted me dead, couldn't she just said, nope, no vote, let's nip this in the bud? Athena really seems like the types who do that, right? Idols are confusing. No, actually, if she was the bad guy, she needs to make sure that her hands stay perfectly clean. If the whole crowd says, no, you don't get to prove yourself, or you get to prove yourself, and she just kiboshed it, it would be super fucking suspicious. Right? Like, that's... she didn't vote. Oops. As a point of order. She did not dissent. She didn't say anything. Okay, Persephone. What did Athena say about Persephone? She's the queen of the underworld? I had to look it up, but that's basically the idol version of hell. Does that mean it's a real place? Like, you die and you go with the underworld? Or maybe that only happens to the idols. Mind you, Athena didn't say Persephone was queen of the underworld, did she? She said once the queen of the underworld. So she isn't any longer. And she's also the only idol that Athena didn't say was the god of something or other. I'm willing to bet there's a whole story about that. Whatever it is, it's pretty clear that Persephone hates me, not just because she thinks I'm a murderer. Because didn't they all think that? It feels personal. Those sharp eyes of hers wanted to gut me and hang me on a clothesline, so I'd better watch my back. Okay. I go now. You love Persephone's style? Excellent. Yeah, she's hot and dangerous.
Grace.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you. Wait, did something happen to you?
Just straight out the gate. Throw those rules under the bus.
Yeah. Kidnapped by aliens.
Well, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
Big, scary aliens.
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you know, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
Hi?
It was definitely not a hookup. I'm allowed to say that much, I think.
Allowed to say? Like you're a secret spy? Have you been a secret spy this whole time? Because if you have, that's pretty cool.
Hi there.
Oh, okay. Thank God she can see him. Oh my God.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right? As for who I am...
Okay, I fucking love this.
Most often is Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan of the Greek.
That voice is like melted chocolate. Fuck, man. Yeah, I could. This guy could read the phone book to me.
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you.
So wait, he can just straight up say,
I've come to offer the newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
hang the fuck on. Hold on. This dude just walked into our house. She can see him. And he like just straight up said that he's like he's a god. I thought they weren't supposed to do that. So, is literally Pan. Pan gives no fucks. No, Pan gives numerous fucks frequently, yeah. Aren't supposed to be ones that stop it. I guess this is going back, though, to the whole non-omniscience of the gods, right? They said don't tell anyone, but technically, they don't know if I do unless that person, like, it gets back to them somehow, right? I'm gonna ask the obvious question.
So we can just talk about this in front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
It's just, I was told we're not supposed to talk about it.
I should just play the game.
Talk about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Ah, I see.
I have the feeling that I'm gonna regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy.
I think I'm in love with Pan. Oh no. I mean, he's got a point. Can't reveal it to the mortal world, but a single person doesn't qualify, right?
I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
You figured you'd end up with Pam, but by the end it just didn't go that way. Well, I mean, we'll see. But I do love the fact that, like, he's rules lawyering. And I love that. The man's just figured out the loopholes.
Sure, but I had proof. I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
Yes, ride or die. Ride or die.
What did I ever do to deserve a friend like you?
You sat next to me at lunch period, dummy.
Oh, yeah, right.
My friendship comes with all sorts of benefits, up to and including the tracking down of supernatural killers.
I love a lot of people in this game.
Lottery. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
I mean, also, we do have to keep in mind, this is Pan. Pan's got an angle, because that's kind of his thing.
So you're here purely for my sake, then? Like a charity case?
My dear sweet girl, as far as you're concerned, I am the god of charity cases.
But you're not, are you? Pan was the god of lust and mischief. Doesn't sound too charitable to me.
Okay, Mithril's a great band name, too.
The old tales of the gods. Such antics, such fantasy. Pay them no mind.
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice. How did you even know I existed?
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly business.
Do your horns make you horny? Asking the real question,
I
Mords.
know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor, poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas.
I'm just a simple country idol.
For you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
I still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
This is a fucking devil's bargain, man.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers.
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
When I was talking to Athena and the others, they all started singing. Does that mean that was me?
Let me guess. Music swelled as if from nowhere. Lips quivered, souls were laid bare.
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah, that was you.
Okay, but how does that help me find Calliope's murderer?
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes. You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel
powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy who can help you.
Oh my god.
All that you hear is at your command.
Wait.
No, it's okay, Freddy.
This is how it works.
What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
Fuck, he's got such a good voice. Poison chocolate, man.
How did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't
Lost
follow.
little girl.
Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on?
Song.
Lost girls, you all love your lost girls. A rescue that you can take home.
I'm kind of putting him on blast a little bit.
I won't say you need saving. You're not drowning your way.
A little bit of Kendrick Lamar today.
Are you dating? It's so titillating.
Grace, we gotta be careful. Has he slipped something into our drinks? Spouting crap about powers. He could be dangerous.
Oh no, not an ad. Shit. Hold on.
Freddy, I
Snooze it.
hate you. We've only just met, now he's my new best friend. Now I'll owe him a favor. And what will he want in the end?
You're lucky. I got to you. There's people out there who will come for you. I've heard that you're making so much ado. You're lost and I'm trying to help.
Lost girls, you all love your
I cannot imagine the amount of work that went into writing variants of this that all make sense.
I'm so glad I found you. Wolves all around you. But can you survive all
He might want my end. I mean, I could do worse.
Then.
whatever you wish? The power is yours.
Grace, I'm frightened.
It's
I'm-
okay, Freddy. I got this.
Give me a solo. I was not expecting operatics.
I never knew I had that in me that said I'll never do that again.
Grace, you're starting to comprehend. Let me show you more, or show me the door.
Good idea. I just sang soprano.
The showing of the door part.
My body's shivering, blood is thickening, skin is shimmering. You got
Even when the lines are identical, the delivery is different. Yeah, there's a lot of work that's obviously gone into this.
lost girls, you all love your lost girls. A rescue that you can take home. Oh, you can see we're at home.
I see what I see, kid. Freddy has no idea, kid. You'd be far better off on your own.
I don't know about that.
Really? Now you're just being silly. Maybe the muse isn't feeling the gravity. Or do you refuse and, like ostriches, happily stick your heads in the sand? Grace, I could be your right hand. Freddy, you better leave her alone. Let me do what I do or she'll sink like a stone.
Lost girl, I know I'm not a lost girl, but this is all new.
There's one song that the game. Hold on.
What to do?
There's one song that the game defines as having 7 different unique variants. Holy crap.
This goat's getting testy. Won't be lost on my own.
Mm.
Be home.
All right, enough. This isn't a game to me. I'm not picking sides. My life is on the line.
I'm glad that that's how that took.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I suppose we did get carried away.
I'm really glad that that's how that was interpreted.
You draw out the passions from within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
Also, I love this fucking sassy stance.
Sure, but I have to admit, I didn't feel completely in control.
Of course not. A song goes where a song goes, Grace. It will only go where it wishes. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
Are you done? You called Grace already, right?
Indeed I have. But I do have one more thing to impart. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address. In the city. Where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
Should have fucking led with that, my dude.
Calliope's address? You should have started with that.
And miss all the dancing? Nonsense. Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
That's perfect. We can look for clues there. What this Calliope was doing, who her enemies were.
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
Okay, we're gonna pause here because the ads are gonna go, and I don't know how long this is gonna keep going. But holy fuck, what an opening impression this game has made. God damn. Oh, I do have to say, in that song, one, cool, but two, I do appreciate the whole song is like a push and pull between like your friend and this stranger, and it'd be very easy just to lean into Freddy, and you could do that. But I do like how at the end, the choice of choosing neither of them isn't set up as like a I'm gonna go it alone, like rah rah kind of attitude, but as opposed to will you two both shut the fuck up, which is way more what a person might actually do. So this is a lot of just a visual novel. Well, that might technically be correct. There's so much going on. This is really good. Anyways, I'm gonna hit the BRB button. So go get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the washroom, pet an animal, scream into a pillow, stare into the middle distance, do what you gotta do, and we will be back in like 3-ish minutes. Hold on. Oh good, it's the serpent. Oh, fucking piece of shit.
Fuck you, plant. There, I took care of it for you. Now, where the hell are we in relation to our base?
Oh my god.
Alright. Get in loose there. We're going fighting our base again.
Alright, hold on. I'm just trying to build.
No, I'm good. I think we're good now. Because we're not going to fall into any more weird hole.
You're standing on a weird hole, my dude.
No, I'm aware of that, but I can get out of this one.
Okay.
Because I have a drill.
No, it's like you were half...
Now, this weird hole, that's a different story. I mean... but honestly, we're good here too. Because we can just dig up. That's fine. It really is.
Oh, right, my ultimate. Oh, right. I forgot. Hey, that ultimate jumped onto that ship. And then it shot me. Our favorite nightmare fuel. I swear to God, if I back out of this and a mushroom guy is behind me, I'm gonna be very mad. should have took more drugs.
Building shifts occur at random and without warning.
Why?
The Bureau's cutting-edge technology.
Why?
Stabilized
Why, Mr. Bones?
this house. Safe employees. Happy employees. Certain rituals allow agents,
Honestly, the kid is reacting in the most appropriate manner.
but accidents do happen. Trapping agents inside the walls. I heard you got stuck in your room for 3 days, Topher. Too bad you didn't have your book with you. Or any food. And remember, kids, when you feel the floor deviate, it's already much too late.
But why? Why? Why are they as unsettling as they could possibly be? Alright, I'm back. You said it's dismissal as a visual novel. Well, that might be technically correct. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more mechanically complex than your average Renpai joint. Yes. That is obviously... I mean, I guess it may not actually be mechanically more complex. Admittedly, I don't know what kind of, like, systems are going underneath. But, like, obvious levels of care have been put into the branching of everything in this. I also gotta say, the voice acting is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. There we go. Anyways. Ah, crap. Is there a log? There's not. I don't remember what the question was.
Then I'll definitely need backup.
You'll be fine. After all, what's a mortal to do that you cannot?
I can speak Hindi. Okay, fine. I get it. I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
Let's heal up, maybe?
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
I'm back the morning after going through the ringer, having just discovered some kind of ancient muse. Guess who shows up at my apartment uninvited, poking around the kitchen like he's considering an investment. The idol's name is Pan. I don't know what his deal is. He's a bit too smooth, seems to know a bit too much that he isn't saying, just happens to know where to point me. Which he offered for a price, of course. This one's shady, folks. I can just guess what kind of favor he's gonna want. Ugh. Does it update with other stuff? Oh, shit. Other stuff updates too. God damn it. Okay. Freddy was staying at the apartment when Pan arrived, so I had to tell her everything. Part of me feels bad for getting involved, but I have to admit, none of this felt quite real until I did. What I wasn't expecting was that Freddy would lash out at Pan the way she did. What's wrong with her? First she said she'll support me, no questions asked, and next she's demanding I choose between her and Pan? It's so crazy. So crazy. Pierre Calliope was staying in an apartment, one that belongs to Persephone of all people, and it's actually not too far from mine. Could that be where Calliope was attacked? Am I crazy for agreeing to go check it out by myself? Anyone else? Okay. I love the use of halftones.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
Also, I love that it's actually a 3D environment.
This is Calliope's...
But feels very 2D.
I don't know what I was expecting, but... not this. Hello? Oh, Sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around. Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these? After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here?
Okay, every time I click one of these, my mouse is shooting to the far left. I don't know what that's about.
Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew. Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask? I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
Andy Warhol looks like a scream. Hang him on my wall.
A giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp. So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
A question for the audience. What is the average playthrough time of this? Like that, how long to beat? I didn't check before I started.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man, keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
6.5 hours. Oh, hello.
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9. Whenever they found someone who made
Thank you, Morts.
truly
Appreciate that.
masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their eidolon, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
Could I ask, what do I know Apollo's voice actor from? Because his voice is super familiar to me, and I am blanking on where I've heard it. Main story 6.5 hours, main plus sides 8 hours, completion is 18 hours. Is that Troy? No, I don't think it's Troy Baker. I don't think it is. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
You're...
Is it actually Troy Baker? Well, shit. Never mind. I'm wrong, and that explains everything.
One of the chorus.
Sometimes I am, yes.
Okay, that's why I know his voice, because he's fucking everywhere.
It means... It means sometimes I just feel like an old man who's lost too many friends. If I may ask, how did you find this place?
How did they get Troy Baker?
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for help. To save my life, remember?
Yes, I should apologize for that. Our ways must seem strange to you.
They got Laura Bailey? I don't know who Laura Bailey is either.
It really helped me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Slouched over, he's full of abs. Ridiculous.
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd. It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do. You have to know more than me about almost everything.
Oh, Critical Role member. She's basically one of the most prolific VAs around. Huh.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Hold on a second. Which one's that? Oh, that person. Huh. I honestly didn't know she was a super prolific VA. Well, now I'm just going to scroll a little bit. Fun fact, I've never really watched Critical Role. I mean, Stray Gods, yeah. She does Black Widow, Mary Jane. Okay, here's a real fun fact. I'm scrolling through her prodigious career here. And I haven't seen or played anything she's been in so far as I scroll. Man, what are the odds of this? She's everywhere. But like, I haven't seen anything she's in or played. This is wild. I'm already back to 2016, by the way. Amazing. Yeah, 528 previous, 3 upcoming. Yeah. So I scrolled all the way to 2016 and I haven't seen or played any of the things that they've been in. That's amazing. No shame, I hate watching other people play tabletop games. My thing is not, I'm not against watching something like Critical Role or like Dimension 20. Because I have watched some Dimension 20. I don't have the time to watch them. Because they're unabridged videos, basically, and each session is like 3.5 hours long, and I just don't have the time. Also, I just want to double check something. Okay, we're still doing screen capture. Let's switch back to game mode. There we go.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Which is why Critical Role's been releasing abridged episodes, but those are a subscriber perk. Yeah, and I'm not willing to subscribe to a thing that I haven't really consumed, right? 1 hour per episode rather than 4, yeah. Like, absolutely no shade towards Critical Role. I know they're very good at what they do. They have a huge following. Respect the game. I just don't have the time.
This room is a mess. Did you do this?
This? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope, not to search through her things.
Mm-hmm.
That and it's cleaner than my place.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
Still like 128 hours per episode, though, or per campaign. Yeah. Everything to come out of Critical Role is those DM horror stories about players who only watch Critical Role and don't know how tabletops actually work. Yeah. Don't be wrong, when I do, or when I have like DMs and stuff like that, I play fast and loose with some stuff. I play by the rule of cool for a lot of things. Like that's my personal style, but yeah, I can imagine just watching Critical Role and people just wanting to do very theatrical stuff, very dramatic things all the time could get tiring.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to...
Why aren't you doing the voices perfectly for every character? Yeah.
I can't do this.
I can see this is hard for you, I really can. But I don't understand.
I regret taking Charismatic. I should have taken Brainy. That was my first instinct.
Do I have to beg? For whatever reason you helped me before. My life is still on the line.
No, I haven't sung in centuries.
I can't force anyone to do anything.
She says, glowing daggers at him.
Phantom pains from a missing friend. Feeding
Also, I love that they got Troy Baker to sing.
that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do?
Moody Haunted Apollo is more interesting to me than any other kind of Apollo. This is very almost like Phantom of the Opera Apollo. I love it.
Cause and effect. The earth shook and my instinct was protect. She said, come, there's waves to ride. I stayed shut inside, and that's where she and I would disconnect. Cause and effect.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me.
Fuck, a lot of reverb on this one.
She'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
Cause and effect. Somebody finds you here, they might project and think you
killed her.
No.
Then help me and you'll show I never had a reason to suspect. Cause and effect.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Yeah, the symbiote's in me now. I'm the new Dax.
I knew you'd come around.
You might have gained some ground. Perhaps
There is a setting, you know. I'm leaning into it for now. For that exact reason. Stray Gods is a trans allegory. The Greek gods are a trans allegory. What are you talking about? Have you read any of the stories about them? It occurs on my old friend. My name's Jedzia now. Jedzia, my old friend.
you can erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something
But yeah, I actually started the game up beforehand, just like check some stuff.
Very well.
And I did find that setting.
Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Badly.
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Yes, of course, that's true. It's so easy to forget that. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
We're gonna be writing a story about a young, maybe seeing Artemis and her not being pissed off because she doesn't mind when it's women.
What? That makes no sense. If you tell me I'm gonna fall into a hole...
Then you will.
No, but I'll just avoid holes. All holes, any hole.
And the act of trying to avoid them is what will make you fall. Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, is there...
Can you help in some other way?
anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh, and can I just like look around the room first? This feels like an important... No, okay. Jesus fuck, Apollo.
This is where you live?
Oh,
yeah, that's the right amount of stank.
Sometimes, and excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
No kidding.
Really explains why you didn't notice anything at Calliope's apartment.
Well, don't hold back on my account, Grace.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
No.
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite.
You get to come back. Apollo isn't really used to waiting around for people.
For my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I have brought someone to see you.
Was that Zine?
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
It's
all right, lay it on.
Pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Huh. Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here. But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm
It's a classical era wonder that you get to build a bonus social policy.
I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. I'll get your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me?
Paul?
What's on your mind, sis?
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah.
I mean,
It's a
if
sweet
you're
setup.
good at internet.
Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st
Oh my
century,
God.
Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day,
All right.
as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creep at first, but nah, Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
I like Oracle a lot.
Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
See, they tell it for everyone.
You don't believe him.
I see how it fucking is.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Okay, so this is like Lucifer telling that one person that they're the devil, and everyone just kind of chuckles. Like, sure, okay. All right.
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
Oh, this is fun.
No, it's cute watching you get all flustered.
Well, it's hardly productive.
What if I just flirt with everyone?
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you.
God, he looks like the saddest dog.
There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
70 out here just being like, yep, this is Dead Name Incorporated and gives 0 shits. I love her. Wait, hold on. Who's Dead Name and people? Hold on. All right, let's go through the journals again here. Okay, Calliope was one of the 3 idols called Muses, the last one still living, according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they grew apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way and apparently argued with everyone a lot. Which doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol. There may be more suspects than I imagined. I visited Calliope's apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you can imagine. Of course, Persephone's other name. Oh, thank you. It was gorgeous, filled with and memorabilia dating back to, I don't know, 100 years or more. She has everything you could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. Is that what it means to be a muse? I went to Calliope's apartment, and who should I find there? Apollo, sitting there in the dark in a room that had obviously been turned inside out by somebody searching for something. He says he didn't do it, and that was his that he was there mourning Calliope. They were close for a long time, it seems, but a rift began between them a couple of years ago that never quite healed. Was it the kind of rift that might lead her to murder? For one, he keeps saying that helping me will do more harm than good. What does that even mean? According to him, his prophecies would lock you into your fate as soon as you hear them, which could be good or bad, I guess. Apparently, there's not always 100% clear, so maybe he's right. Maybe it's better not to know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely, a teenage computer whiz who lives in a dump of a home, the Oracle, or just Oracle, as she insists, that's just her handle. She found out that Calliope's apartment was owned by Persephone, so we're off to the nightclub to ask her why. Then, according to the Oracle, Persephone owns the apartment Calliope was living in. So they knew each other? They were close? I guess she's next on my list of vitals to talk to, though I have a feeling she's not going to be very happy to see me. Alright. That's a cool logo.
Welcome to the underworld.
Jeez.
How have I never heard of this place?
Expand.
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night.
Who's that? Is that Ares?
Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
There are idols here other than Persephone?
Almost guaranteed.
Is it dangerous?
Shouldn't be, but before Calliope, I would have said an idol getting murdered was next to impossible. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'll figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet talk Persephone.
One way to find out, baby.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Oh, that was Eros. Okay. Let's talk to Eros. Eros knew.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Cool.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
I appreciate the flustering.
Really. Sensuality. Attraction.
That's very good.
Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
Healthy.
You know Aphrodite, right?
He gives the best hugs ever. Oh, I bet.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
I literally
I
don't.
know. No here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
That was an interesting take too. I've heard that kind of talk about before. The Greek pantheon was like, oh, it's all incestuous, and like they weren't actually related. It was like almost like how they did their tiering system for the gods and who they kind of swore allegiance to in a cosmic sense.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
Oh boy.
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they
years of
each other.
He dirtied like that.
To me, it's like lightning.
Yeah, I know. It depends on which version. I know. That's why I said that's why I've heard it described that way. I'm not going to sit here and say which is more true than the other. I'm saying I've heard it described as more of a hierarchical system rather than actual relatives, but also I have heard the actual relatives thing too. I just think it's fun that like which direction they're going with it.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Are you okay, bro?
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
Okay.
Even idols have their bad days, huh?
Bad weeks, bad months, bad centuries. But who am I talking to? You're the one with your life on the line.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her.
I've looked nowhere and I'm out of ideas.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. Look, I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
Fair. I don't blame
I don't know
you.
Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
This game is just full of voice actors that I recognize and can't place. Some more obvious than others, I guess.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Ooh. Is Hermes drinking one of those? Yeah, he absolutely. They absolutely are.
I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
One of those like Japanese boba drinks or whatever.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but most.
Do you love that Hermes VA is also MB? Yes.
Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Why not? Maybe you can shake some dust off the other idols.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of dust.
You're right about that.
I don't think Athena would let me clean anything anyway. She won't even let me touch her spear.
Phrasing.
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
Eris's VA was back in Assassin's Creed. Oh, I haven't played any Assassin's Creed.
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idols secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how he hides so well as
He's
it
the
is.
player character in the Egyptian one. Oh, okay. If I was going to play an Assassin's Creed, the Egyptian one is probably the one I would play. Just because I was one of those kids that watched a lot of like Discovery and TLC about ancient Egypt before school in the morning. Oh, I was such a cool kid, let me tell you.
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends and I was having trouble at home and he helped me out. I miss him.
You can play it now. They patches it works with the recent Windows update. I mean, I don't own it, so it's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, were I to play one, it would probably be that one. I did try and play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I played about 25 minutes of it, and the control scheme bugged me so much that I just quit. So, I don't know if I would get very far with the Egyptian one.
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
Interesting.
You mean...
I'd rather not talk about it. I'm him now. It's all good.
Fair enough. Eternity can get lonely. Controls are totally different in Origins. Oh, okay. Well,
This is probably a stupid question, but... Do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. And I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
fucking cagey ass answer though.
It sounds as if she didn't much like the idols.
It was more like how you can't stand your family sometimes, even if you still love them.
Ah. Fair enough.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Is Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite.
Uh-huh.
Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list.
Jesus.
Okay, forget I asked.
Whew. Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps.
This would be the perfect time for Persephone to be behind you.
I'll see you around.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
Alright, let's talk to Pan again.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear Muse.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
Okay. His character, I feel like there's a lot of inspiration being pulled from what the hell is it? The Voodoo Man from Princess and the Frog. Like, not the exact same, but there feels to be like a lot of inspiration taken from like how he's doing the smooth talk and how he's delivering some of these lines. Rolls charisma, charm, and fails. I would like to have fuck with you. Good news, the character was willing anyways.
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
Also, hold on, Morris. I can do better than that. Wait, where's my dice? Where are my dice? I was gonna roll an actual die to get the sound, but anyways. Rolls charisma, charm, and fails. I would like to have fuck with you, please.
Apollo keeps saying he'll make everything worse, but he's been helpful.
That is his way, to be helpful. Until you turn into a tree.
If Creative Waste is still here, I'm sure that sound will become a soundbite.
Let us hope you never do.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
So was Persephone the one who was married to Hades? Is that... Do I have my very shaky knowledge of Greek pantheon history? Yeah, okay.
The things you say...
So she's got some damage from that, I assume.
You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak
Oops.
and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Yeah. I'm not flirting with Pan. Nuh-uh.
It's more that I'm stating it outright.
Yeah.
Rejected twice in a row. How will I ever recover from such...
I like how he has goat eyes, by the way. That's a fun detail. You're talking to him, that's flirting.
You, Grace, even an idol needs to get by.
Yeah.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also
Eyelashes.
flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready and I'll take you to Persephone.
I'm willing to flirt for my own advantage.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
Alright, talk to Apollo. Let's get some more Apollo time.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
What's her fucking
Persephone's
beef?
Story. Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades...
Okay, well, here we go.
...kidnapped a young, sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Mm-hmm. Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved.
Yeah, that's how you get the summer and winter.
Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Wait, so Hades just kidnapped her, and that was okay? Does this stuff happen a lot with the idols?
Not since the days of the Titans, which I barely remember. It was the first time one idol had killed another. I'd like to say we handled it well, that Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us.
So that's why she's no longer the queen.
Honestly, I can't blame her.
Have the idols changed much, you think, since those days?
Well, you know the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone is angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time.
Sure.
I told you why. But it's more than that.
Interesting how he just said, I've told you why.
Go over grudge.
What if I hadn't asked those questions first?
And Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
Right? If I hadn't gotten her information first, how would that have
Come
gone?
here often, I'm guessing.
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Uh-oh. Oh my! Whoa. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know about Apollo. He seems like he'd be a lot emotionally. He's got very strong I can fix him energies, you know?
Sorry. I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. I'm okay.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been... I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the new world, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Started a cult?
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight.
Another transition.
Persephone does these days.
So is this isn't the original Persephone then? But if Persephone's soul goes into another person, her personality hijacks it? Or... Because that doesn't seem to have happened to us.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally. I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
We'll see, I guess.
Is there anything else to say to Apollo?
Are we not going to see Persephone? I thought you'd found a way to her.
Okay.
I should
Never
get
mind.
going. Persephone awaits.
Right behind you.
All right. She's just right at the bar. No.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later.
Hello.
To leave you be, Grace. To wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
Oh no, she's hot and dangerous.
I'm not trying to start a fight. Far from it. I came here hoping you could help me.
Help you? Perhaps you could help me instead. I'd like to understand a few things. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you?
Yep.
What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence.
Okay, so Persephone's got like
No
a
reason.
lot of baggage, huh?
Now would be a good time to mediate, Apollo.
Is that why you're here, brother? Because you know me so well?
Because I know that you care. Far more deeply than you could ever admit.
How would you know that? You resigned. You abandoned everything and everyone who ever needed you. You don't know the first thing about me, and you never did. Just crawl back into your dark little hole, Apollo.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
Oh, that was really good. Fuck, what a good line.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
Time for a... No, the ads! God damn it, snooze it.
You shouldn't have come.
The worst timing.
And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone. We both know how this ends.
Oh shit, lasers.
Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
I think this lady needs to have a little pushback.
Hello? Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone, when I use the moves I bring blessedly. Shadows don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you want to do this in private.
You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now. The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends. We all know how it ends.
Wait, you're CV, Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, Peach, of my memory. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's hazy, Hades, so you're his lady? Before my time, because I'm such a baby. Please teach me my ABCs, me. I never featured in Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
Former. But
Then I guess you've heard it all before. Gave it my best and then you slammed the door. Raises the question, who else you'd ignore?
Get lost,
Stay
little
in the dark
girl.
and fight your endless war.
Finished with you
Certain
now.
you can't be surprised anymore.
You've sung us your little
You know, there's
song.
someone else that I speak for.
But we've heard it.
Do you hear that?
Calliope.
If she
had something to say, would you turn her away?
Please don't do this.
You're lost, Persephone. You've buried yourself on stage in the blinding lights. You're hiding here. You ate a bad seed. That's not on me. Rotten too long, blossomed all wrong.
We change shape. In time, you'll see we all rot away into who we will be. Your youth wasn't stolen like it was from me.
Let me help you.
Don't touch me. I don't need help from any of you. I was alone when you know who kidnapped and crushed all my dreams till a muse. I just want Calliope back.
You overcame so much on your own. You should be praised. I'm done throwing stones. Please believe me. Do you see me bowing down to you, my queen?
I'm hoping the flattery works here. I like going on the attack at first, but I also like how the pace of this has changed. No, continuing to snooze.
Blood, well, there's no more to bleed. Your queen's above that. Now I get that. But can you help, Persephone? Help a lost little girl.
Fucking pan.
So it appears. If what you told the chorus is true, why do you think Calliope came to you that night?
The fuck if I know, man.
I honestly don't know. I'm not even sure how she knew where I lived. She must have followed me.
I see. All right, Grace. Come with me.
I'm curious if this game actually has different outcomes. Like, can you fuck that song up? Can you, like, completely screw up here and Persephone just, like, get the fuck
I'm
out?
tired of arguing with the idols. Tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
So you must know better than anyone what she's been up to.
Not exactly. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years.
Interesting.
After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
Back now, how was the duel? I started aggressive and then pivoted partway through to kindness, which I was just saying more. It's, can you screw that up? Like, I guess I'm asking with this game is like, is this game kind of on rails where you get to kind of pivot a little bit, but it's basically just a mainline story? By which I mean, could I have fucked that duel up and Persephone would have just told me to get the hell out? I guess is my question.
I don't know. That sounds suspicious.
I hoped I could find evidence, something that made sense. But no. It was only...
You can change who your allies are. Okay.
That made sense.
At the time. But now that I've seen how clever you are, I'm beginning to wonder if Calliope didn't choose you after all.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped.
Okay, so nobody was actually really convinced that I had done it.
Evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain.
Well, we must do something. Kill Grace is something. We must kill Grace. Yeah, fair enough.
Way too messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is odd.
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our
Neat.
powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get through some of this, and then we're actually gonna let the ad run this
Can we
time.
go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus...
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
For the record, I absolutely think it's Athena.
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope.
Unless Calliope was
Eventually
gonna
drives us
oust
all
him.
mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
Alright, the ad's starting, so we're gonna pause right here. And we're gonna take a 3-minute break. So Bezos can get another super yacht, or I don't know, exploit more workers or something. I don't know. But we'll be back in 3-ish minutes. So go get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the washroom. You know the whole shtick. And we'll be back soon.
Catchphrases are getting worse. I found one of your books.
Fuck. Fuck. Oh my god. Hey, I don't think this game's gonna end well. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a last minute twist. Oh boy. Well now. I like how I can tell from here that she is gobsmacked. Hello. Cool. All right. Oh my god, are we gonna have to literally fucking storm our way in? Okay. Where's Muchacho Man? That Slam Junkie chickened out. Chicken, or do you mean Gravebird? You, what are you doing here? Pa took everything from me. With no promotion, no ring to wrestle in, and no hope, there's only one question I could ask myself. What would a hero do? I just wanted him to be on the team. Of all the people we've run into in this game, I really wanted him to be a member. Like for me? What? There's two of them. Perform a heroic sacrifice, yeah. What just happened? Perfect diversion. Come on. Made it in, but where's Muchacho Man? I'm sure he'll show up. When it's showtime. Thank you. Thank you for helping. This wouldn't have been possible without you. No, thank you for giving me a shot to strike back the people that took BEW from me.
I have no idea what those were.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's possible they're probably Hydro. Oh, hey, look!
Oh, here we go.
That
See?
was so fast. Holy fuck.
You see? I told you this was worth it.
Oh,
And we already
boy.
did-
Oh,
Now,
the
probably
gravity.
driving into the center was the worst possible idea. But
It lives
it's
here
now.
now.
Yes.
Okay, we'll try and... I can package one
Please
thing.
tell me.
Alright, I'm back. Okay.
For all I know, either one of you could have done it, and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
Whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Wow.
Okay,
Whoa.
The one and only god I killed deserved it.
Woo.
Right. Sorry I brought it up.
Yeesh.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Please, both of you. None of this will help Calliope. I know you both miss her. I know you cared about her, but she's not completely gone. A piece of her is in me. She came to me for help, and I don't want to die any more than she did.
Ah, shit. Music time. I do appreciate that they got Troy Baker to basically do, like, sad ye old minstrel singing.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
And the singer for Persephone reminds me of someone from Hamilton.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this. Please remember what we are here to do.
We must avenge a muse.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is
not
not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the Sun. Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they confide.
Man, I really like how the choices in this game are actually extrapolated. like choosing one over the other.
Or stay.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with Apollo. But I do appreciate how that works. Boo.
My finest moment. Persephone will never let this go.
Fair enough. I am, however, still gonna fucking lambast him.
She provoked you, Apollo, but she wasn't entirely in the wrong.
About Calliope? No one asks to be murdered, Grace.
Except Hermes.
Persephone wasn't saying that. She was frustrated. We all are. And Calliope must have been up to something.
No, you're right. It's far too easy for...
So put Persephone there and end up with sticking with Persephone. I don't know.
That's why I've tried to avoid my...
One, we have more history with Apollo here, and two...
I don't like who...
how do I want to put this? I think, quite frankly, right now, my register of Persephone is, I mean, she keeps a grudge, and she's just so angry, and I don't want to really run through it. You know what? No. Those thighs make it easy to stick with her. Listen, I am not going to debate the dangerous and hot scale of Persephone. We are all on the same page there. But, like, she came across as super caustic throughout all the interactions, even when I managed to talk her down from the ledge on the duel. Like, we got right into it right there. It's like, whoa, like, calm your fucking jets. You know, you can fix her. You cannot fix her. You will die trying and say thank you when it happens, but you can't fix her.
I know what you mean. I'll be 14 around my parents forever.
Try living in their house for 1,000
But I think Apollo is an interesting character, seeing what he's kind of working through.
You have a better idea of where to start looking, right?
Also, I'm not gonna get fucking dunked on non-stop. Look, you have a type. It's fine, Morris. You can have your type. I respect it. Like, Athena would not Athena, Persephone would crush you between her thighs, and you would say thank you before your skull cracked. And I get it. I understand. I am not judging.
I thought you'd decide that getting me into the underworld was enough.
What? Bring you to Persephone and then shrug? Not
But I opted not to pick her, despite the fact that she's ridiculously hot. 100% Apollo is an interesting character. I said up front, he's my favorite depiction of Apollo in any medium. Yeah, I want to see where this Apollo goes. Even though the fact that he is like the saddest emo kid right now, he's obviously got a lot of baggage, and I would like to see more of the like the history with Calliope, like him and Calliope and why they kind of grew apart. Like that, I think is a really interesting story hook, and sticking with him, I'm hoping will allow me to explore that more.
What I meant to say is, thank you.
But I don't want to smoosh his booties, you know?
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm not used to asking people for help.
Like, Apollo, I'm just very interested as a character, but,
I know that too.
Yeah. I don't want to see the sunrise, you know?
Where do we look, then?
I need to give it some thought. This won't be easy. If another idol is behind this, they know as well. They had a plan.
It is a little unfortunate, though, that it's Apollo or Persephone.
Next.
Though I guess there's poetry in that.
Just be patient, Grace.
Because, like, looking at it from the kind of obvious thing, Apollo, god of the sun, and Persephone, former queen of the underworld, you diametrically opposed, right? With a whole light-dark thing going. So, like, those are the pathways you can't have both, I guess.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
I respect Athena. She has dragged us into the modern age, sometimes kicking and screaming. She's why we're alive. But if I said that her need to keep us safe didn't drive her to extremes, I'd be lying. You represent a risk, Grace. To her, that is more important than any notion of compassion or justice.
I'm not that much of a risk, am I? I won't explode. What's the worst that could happen?
The worst is that we could be admitting either a murderer or a usurper into our ranks.
How awful.
She's protecting an idea as much as a physical reality. It's true. To her, there is no difference.
Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Someplace I can look?
Don't you want to relax? You haven't rested since this began.
I have a week to live.
Relax. I've been sentenced to death, Apollo.
Fair point. Even so, go home, Grace. The next time you see me, I'll have a better notion of what to do.
Fine. But I'm holding you to that.
He looks old in that. Like in that frame, like he's tired. Ooh, Act 2. Okay.
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? I was so worried after you left, and... well, I also felt like crap. You were right to be mad. I said I'd support you as your friend, and I didn't. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
To be fair, this world is like just full of the bitchiest people.
I'd never leave you behind, Freddy.
Also, I think I might just stick with Freddy.
I'm still ready and willing to be your high priestess, if that's what it takes.
If you could just help me get through this next week, that'd be plenty.
Deal. Why don't you start by telling me what happened tonight? Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld.
Yeah, it's a little on the nose. Yeah, that's what I said.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
I mean, they're all
You
crazy.
can trust an idol. I swear, Freddy, they're
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to your face, but keep your own nose,
If
yeah.
they're even a little like the stories, you should be super careful.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Huh. I wonder what he wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan.
I mean, I get it, Freddy. I do.
But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
All right. We're going to read through the journal, and then this is where we're going to end it tonight. So, can I... God, I hope I can talk to all of them. All right, Freddy. Okay, Freddy. And, of course, Freddy was waiting up when I got back to from the underworld. She apologized for how things went down with Pan during the song, but honestly, I get it now. My power draws the good and bad out of people, and I don't always get to choose which it will be. At any rate, it's good that I have Freddy at my side during all of this. Yeah, Freddy might be my ride or die. Okay, so, Calliope, apparently after years of arguing with the idols and making everyone angry, Calliope finally left Olympus. And that's when she became friends with Persephone, who gave her the apartment. However, Persephone says she hasn't spoken in 2 years, so she doesn't know what Calliope's been doing lately either. Okay. Hermes. I ran into none other than Hermes at the Underworld. I'm pretty sure they didn't follow me there. They're just vibing. You know, for an idol, they don't seem that bad. They answered one question at least about how they'd show up at the apartment so quickly. Apparently, when an idol dies, Hermes has to be there. Whoever Hermes is at the time, I guess. They were kind of closed-mouthed about it, but they just know. Strange story, but what else is new? Would you believe that Hermes has only been an idol for a year or so? They talk a lot about the old Hermes, so I guess they must have gone through something like me. They were there when the old Hermes died and his idol passed on to him. How often does that happen, I wonder? See, and that's the thing I'm curious about, because, like, is this actually like a symbiote thing, like a Jedzia Dax, Curzon Dax thing? Like, when the idol passes, how much of the old god goes into the new person? I'm very curious about that. There we go. So, Apollo. Wow, seeing Apollo and Persephone biting each other's heads off was really eye-opening. Do all the idols hold grudges against each other like this? Or, if so, it's no wonder one of them got murdered. We got what we went for at the Underworld, but Apollo and Persephone just couldn't stand working together for more than 5 minutes. Finally, he had enough, and so did I. Thankfully, Apollo was still willing to help me out. So much for I'll just take everything, or make everything worse, Grace. But it says he'll need to give our next step some thought. There's an idol behind it all, and then there's a tricky one, which, fantastic. Exactly what I needed. Athena. Persephone laughed when I asked if Athena might be a suspect, like the suggestion was ridiculous. Athena's entire existence is based on protecting the idols, and apparently she'd never break her own rules. She sounds so fun. I'm almost certain Athena did it. I don't know how, but I'm certain that Athena had a hand in it. Okay. Persephone. Apollo gave me the lowdown on Persephone. Apparently the whole story about how she was kidnapped by Hades, Lord of the Underworld, is more or less true. He made Persephone his bride against her will, and the other idols didn't do squat to stop it. What the stories did mention is how she later killed Hades and took his throne, only to have that throne taken away by the other idols as punishment for murder. Persephone's pretty pissed about it, and honestly, who wouldn't be? When I finally met her at a nightclub, she almost immediately challenged me to a song duel, which I let her win, of course, and I think she knew it. Thus, she finally answered my questions, even if she didn't mean much. Or it didn't mean much. She gave Calliope's the apartment, sure, but because Persephone felt sorry for her. They haven't spoken in maybe 2 years. Seems like the idols do this a lot. Things broke down between Apollo and Persephone very quickly. Persephone just couldn't resist taking pot shots, and Apollo couldn't help but respond. It was pretty sad to watch. Eventually, Apollo lost his cool completely and stormed out, and I went with him. At least we got what we came for. Is there an avenue of this game where your Persephone and Apollo work together? I doubt it, but I am curious about that. That one really seems like it's an A or B kind of situation. Pan. I actually ran into Pan again in the Underworld, just by coincidence, so he says, hanging around in the very place his tip eventually led me to. Granted, the Underworld's kind of his place, but what are the odds? Pan agreed to help me find Persephone, who either didn't know I was at the club or was avoiding me. The place is huge. And this time, he didn't even ask for anything in return. I just had to bat my eyelashes at him and say, pretty please. Neither Apollo nor Persephone seem to consider Pan much of a suspect. He's not a murderer, according to them, even though his sudden involvement is very suspicious. Met Eros, the god of sex, just hanging around the Underworld, looking like a Turkish wrestler taking a quick break from his BDSM dungeon. He was nice, though, if kind of wrapped up in his own problems. Hardly seemed like the killer type, but what do I know? Alright. Is there a save? Okay. Autosave, yeah, okay. I just didn't see the autosave, so just wanted to make sure where we were. I mean, God forbid, if we have to replay a little bit of that, it'll be okay. Okay, wow, Jesus. Okay, first impressions, this game kicks ass. This is so good. Excellent storytelling, excellent songwriting. An interesting kind of hook to the whole thing. It does remind me a lot of The Wolf Among Us in like both visual style, in tone. I don't like the fact that we're working with, you know, godlike creatures. I don't know. There's my brain has parallels to it, but they're all good. So I'm gonna say, hey, thanks to Max for suggesting this, and thanks Eno, I think, for gifting it to me. This is awesome. So awesome that we're gonna be back at it tomorrow. Rating by XBio Supreme Dave Gator. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. We're gonna be back to playing more of Stray Gods tomorrow, which is tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yes. We'll be back tomorrow playing more Stray Gods tomorrow. I said tomorrow too many times there. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. So, who's online? Excuse me. Let's see. Is Cal still going? Cal's still going. Charkov played up. Zola did later department. Let's go say hi to Cal. He's doing his Hollow Knight run, and he still owes people squats. Hero Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, and Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3. Oh shit. Okay, so David Gator has some pedigree. Fair enough. But okay, that is going to do it for me tonight. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow with more Stray Gods. I'm super excited. I didn't know what we were walking into with this game, but what we were walking into was apparently a fucking masterpiece. So I'm stoked. But that is going to do it for me tonight. So, as always, thank you, of course, for watching. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, be kind, and try your best out there. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Good night.